Hey guys, it is me, the Wild West Gamer, sat here in my living room watching Hitman. Yeesh. Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? It has been a week since I've done a video. I do apologise. I've just been snowed under with work, a lot of work, just very tired, coming home. There's stuff to do videos on, but I'm just like, no, I can't dedicate my energy to that. I can't even face it, not interested. Go away, laptop. No, not now. I'm too tired. Please stop. No. Okay, if I have to. Anyway, I've got the weekend off. I'm thinking, yeah, why not? Let's do something because some very big news landed. I do have a dedication to make this video for. This video is, of course, for all those people lying in their beds naked, holding one another. If you're watching my face as that's happening, good on you. I'm hoping it's working for you. If it's not, then really, why? Why would you do that? Why? Why? Your naked bodies conjoined. Oh no. Anyway, moving along. So, surprise to fucking surprise, right? How long was it going to be before they finally realised, hey, we're going to have to fucking turn this around because, we're quickly heading towards fucking bankruptcy with this idea. That's right, Microsoft have finally done a fucking 180, a complete U-turn on the whole DRM and used games policy and always online, all that shit for the Xbox One has been completely turned around. They no longer are doing that. They released a press announcement saying that for the fans, for the customers, for the consumers, for the gamers, they're always listening to criticism, as in really listening when they realised that shit was really going south for them. I was online, I was there, I literally, as the news broke, I was reading it. I was like, for once, I really felt like I was on the cutting edge of the news happening, and I was like, right, this. I just was like, no, oh, boobs. Anyway, sorry. This film was really low in my estimations, and when boobs popped up, I was like, hey, boobs. Yeah. Sorry, tangent. Moving back on, boobs, and Xbox. Yeah. So the whole point of the Xbox One was that it was going to be this mass entertainment system, this coagulation of everything you could ever want: TV, games, internet, social media, all this fucking bullshit. It's a bit of everything and a bit of nothing. It was like, do we really want all that crap? They're pushing this idea that, digital retail management and, an electronic distribution of games is the future, and they might as well do it now, which was a bad idea because some people are just so against it that the thought just makes their blood, curdle. Can your blood curdle? I don't know. I guess it can now. Just all their ideas they were pushing. I appreciated that. Well, I didn't appreciate it. That's bullshit. I understand how they could think that it was going to eventually become the future, so they might as well try and implement it now. But it was done so forcibly and so quite aggressively that it really put me off, and it made me angry. It made me angry that Microsoft had gone from a very liberal and free gaming experience to one of almost like complete totalitarian dictatorship. They were like, no, you will do this and you will enjoy it, and you cannot even think about trying to save yourself any money after busting out almost £500 on this new console on trying to get used games. Oh my god, it's Desmond from Lost. Wow, that's really fucking weird. You fucking actors just turn up in the most random of shit. And this guy, oh shit, he's not. Nah, he's not. This film's really weird. It's sort of like kind of crap, but in a good way. Anyway, moving along. So, so there was all this shit that the Xbox One had that I was really angry to. You can see my videos on it. A lot of people are angry on it. You can see their videos as well. And so I was like, you know what, fine, let them do it, let them carry on, let them keep pushing it. We had the conference, the reveal. It was a bad idea, reception was poor, people didn't like it. They said, don't worry though, E3's coming, and at E3 we're going to show you why you are going to want the Xbox One. E3 came along, press conferences galore, different people saying stuff. Dom Matrick, or whatever his name is, the voice for Xbox One, came out. He was talking about it, saying it's the best thing ever, it's value for money. Which was value for money if you're, fucking Bill Gates and you can fucking afford anything you want. Yeah, of course it's value for money. If you're Bill Gates, you can buy any old shit. It's but for the ordinary customer, the person who can either choose can choose literally one console and that's it. They have one choice. It was not. It's like it blatantly is the second-hand console to the PS4, and E3 just proved that they were trying really hard to push the Xbox One as being this, this sort of futuristic, voyage into the beyond of gaming. But it just didn't happen. Again, people were seeing through it, going, all these spins on the stuff that was received really poorly, they're trying to put on it to make it sound good, is making it sound worse. The whole idea of you can share games to the people in your own house. Who the fuck cares? It was bullshit. They didn't try and do anything, anything to like really, really help, like any sort of like electronic lending or anything like that. They didn't try to implement anything like that. Like, you could take the copy on your system off and let your friend borrow it, and it would be removed from your console and put on theirs. That is something that is being implemented now. It's an idea you can do now, and I thought that was something that I thought I'd actually thought of originally, but then I found out it's actually something that Kindle do. But I was like, fine, fuck it, regardless. They could have done that. That, at least in a way, would have been a way towards moving perhaps away from this like Uber controlled, sort of policy machine that Microsoft had running, which was, everything had to be about them controlling gaming. But they didn't do it. They just tried putting a spin on stuff, and it just was still bullshit. At the same time of E3, Cliff Bleszinski jumps up. Now, for those of you who don't know who Cliff Bleszinski is, Cliff Bleszinski, formerly known as Cliffy B, though clearly the guy didn't like being known as that, so he changed his name back to Cliff Bleszinski. We said he wanted his full name being used. Former head of Epic Games, responsible for games like Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, oversaw the advances in the Unreal Engine, and was one of the masterminds behind Bulletstorm. Cliffy B makes good games. I call him Cliffy B because I know it pisses him off if he ever hears someone saying it. So if you see it, Cliffy B, yeah, I hope you're fucking spinning on it, mate, because you're a prick. Cliffy B comes out at E3 and is like, Sony's lying, Sony's bullshitting you, it's not true as well, the industry can't survive having a used games market. Big AAA titles have thousands of developers, and that can't be sustained by people only partially spending their money on full retail prices. What a load of shit. The guy is talking out his fucking ass as usual. Who gave Cliffy B the permission to come out and say this? Well, yeah, alright, it's his own opinion, he's free to express it. But when it's such blatant bullshit, every single market, this is a point that's been made not just by me, by plenty of others, so I don't think it's my original comment. There is a used market for every kind of industry. Every kind of industry, from microwaves to fridges to cars to computers to everything. There is even planes, even fucking jumbo jets have a second-hand market. And you're telling me the video game industry can't survive on both, day one launch purchases as well as second-hand purchases? Don't they realise that all the copies that are bought second-hand are previously, original purchases? Do they not realise that? So the money to make that game has gone to the publisher, has gone to the distributor. The second purchase of it, when it's second-hand, goes straight to the retailer, and that in turn means they get the money, which they can use 100% of that profit to maintain their outlet, and that's needed so that the publishers can have their game sold in the first place. Yeah, it's not fucking rocket science, it's how it works. It's a good system. When you try bullshitting us, we see through it, yeah? It's not hard to see through the bullshit. And Cliffy B came out, and I don't mind the fact that he had an opinion on the market and the industry. Fair play. It's when he goes, Sony's lying to you. What about? What are they lying about? They put everything they put out is transparent. They've let us see everything. They've told us everything. They put it in black and white. You can buy used games. There will be no need to be constantly online. If you want to play a game, and never go online for a month, you can do that. If you want to do, if you just want to, blend games to your friends, just like literally, whip the disc out and just go, there you go, enjoy it for a week. You can do that. The console is not going to punish you for doing that. How is that lying? How is that lying in any way? What did they say? Yeah, the way we said you can borrow games by just literally, just giving it to a friend. Bullshit. Yeah, when you get home, you have to give DNA test, smear test, mother's maiden name, cat's birthday, shit like that. Bullshit. It's not. They have been honest with us. Yes, there are probably going to be glitches with the machine. It's probably going to overheat after like a day on and like blow up and kill a child or something. But to be quite honest with you, that's kind of expected. It's why I'm not going to go rushing out and buying one. I'm going to wait at least a year, probably 2, until the price drops and all the kinks are worked out. But still, it's the actual games, the actual functionality of the console. It's not bullshit, Cliffy B. It's just because for once you're on the wrong side of the fence, dude. And this is what pisses me. And what pissed me off the most about it was the fact that Microsoft. This is my point. This is my main point about the U-turn on on Microsoft's policy. Microsoft, since the release of the console, since the announcement of the console, have been running their angle, their policies, their ideas for the Xbox One like that is fact. It is, gospel. That is what they're doing. They're right in doing it. Fuck anyone else who says they're wrong. Yeah, that's it. They're right. Microsoft's right. Oh no, Microsoft can't say they're wrong. They're right. They get the fanboys stirred up, getting them up there, getting the older Microsoft army up there, really, saying, anyone who speaks shit about the Xbox One, fucking, slay them. They're really going for it. They're really putting it out there. They're letting, Microsoft are, still sending out Don Matrick or whatever his name is as damage control, trying to, soothe the fires. They're putting out bits on the Xbox website. They're really putting out there trying to make people believe this is not as bad as we think it is, and that we should, in actual fact, be thanking them because they're trying to save the industry. They're trying to pave the way to this new glorious golden age of, gaming. Yeah, well, trust me, mate, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Yeah, it's kind of inevitable now that another gaming crash is coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. Yeah, if I was all of you, I'd probably think about getting a gaming PC. If I'm honest with you, I'm actually thinking about it. I never thought I would think about PC gaming. It's the most alien thing to me in the world. But I'm actually thinking about it. Because both consoles, as good as the PlayStation 4 is appearing to be, and as shitty as the Xbox One is appearing to be, both of them seem to be lagging behind the main competition, which is this thing I'm actually using now is probably going to be better than both of them. It is better than both of them. But digressing, going off on a tangent again, all through from the announcement of the console through to E3, Microsoft were happy to let everyone speak up for the Xbox and to slam down anyone who spoke up against it. They were happy to let people like Cliff Bleszinski and Don Matrick come out and speak shit about Sony and the PlayStation 4. They were happy to really lay into it and say it's all bullshit and all crap and they're lying and all this sort of shit. They were happy to put up articles and, dissuade people and say, no, you're wrong. It's a really good idea. It's the best idea. It's the only idea. The Xbox One is the future of gaming. That's what they wanted you to believe. Me, you, everyone. They believed that we should be thankful that we were paying £500 for a glamorized satellite box with ultimate control in their hands. That's what they believed. Then, just over a week after E3, perhaps about 2 weeks, that's, ridiculous amount of time, barely any time at all. That time passes after E3. The stock for, Sony rises. We had the stock for Sony rising after the announcement of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. We had numerous public opinion polls, massive favour and leanings towards Sony. All of the backlash on forums and social media, and in the actual general media, on television, on paper. People who knew nothing about games all of a sudden knew the Xbox One was shit and the PlayStation 4 was something to look forward to. You had Amazon doing an amazing poll rating with 95% approval rating for the PlayStation 4. A meager 5% for the Xbox One. That's fact and bullshit. You can find that, and a ridiculous number and surge in PlayStation 4 pre-orders. After all of that, regardless of how much Microsoft wanted to believe that they could carry on the road they were going with, trying to push the Xbox One, they realised they couldn't. So instead of going, you know what? It's going to be fucking bumpy. We're going to have to ride this one out, but for the next 6 to 8 years, this is going to be our console. And we're just going to have to try and make the fucking best of it. Instead of doing that, instead of manning up, growing some fucking balls, and doing what they said they were going to do, oh, no. All of a sudden, Microsoft, this epiphany, and I got slammed for this on Facebook today, and it pissed me the fuck off, because I was clearly dealing with a fanboy. He said to me, because I left this message saying, what pisses me off the most about this is now that Microsoft comes crawling back like the money-grabbing bitch they are. They realised they were wrong. They realised this was a dumb fucking idea. They realised that any of the Q&A sessions they had with general consumers when they were making the Xbox One, any polls they were doing to find out what people wanted, they must have been fixing them, because there's no way people would want this, or at least the people they were asking were fucking idiots. They realised that all the shit that they've been putting out there about this console, people don't like. And that means people ain't going to speak with their wallets, and they are going to speak with their wallets. They ain't going to pay money to Xbox. They're going to go to Sony. Sony's going to make an absolute killing off of this. They're going to completely rocket to the top of the gaming, leaders in the gaming world. They're going to hold the title of, console of the next generation. They will have won the console war. And once again, returning to the good old days of Sony, good old days of the PlayStation, Sony will rule the gaming world again. It will be inevitability, and games will be manufactured to their console standards as opposed to the Xbox One standards, which is, in all fairness, what we had last generation. Games were very much, multi-platform games were very much built towards the specifications of the Xbox 360, not the PlayStation 3. Yeah? Instead of the Xbox 360 running to catch up, it was having to have superior consoles chase it. Microsoft can't see that happen. They won't see that happen. So they do a 180. They, like a complete bitch, they come crawling back saying, we listen to the consumers. It's all about you guys. We listen, and we're changing stuff. The only problem is with the changes, some functions are now going to probably have to be dropped or changed and become unrecognizable than what they originally were. So basically, guys, you are now getting essentially what you could already get for still a cheaper console, but you're just going to lose some functions. So, and this seems to me that all of apart from having to pour in ridiculous amounts of money and resources into changing the functions of the Xbox One, I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's blatantly going to lead to birthing and teething problems with this console. It cannot. There's got to be a problem somewhere, involving code or bad coding, rushed coding to get this stuff to work. Yeah, alright, it's November time they're releasing the console, but you're really telling me that a console that's been in development for 1 or 2 years? About 2 years I think it's been. You're really telling me that in about 3 months, 3 or 4 months, they can manage to fix this, completely redo the console? Hey, if they can, well done to them. And if they can get it right, fantastic. But I doubt it. I really doubt it. And what annoys me is they were letting people slag off the PlayStation 4, but they still turned around and did it anyway. And people are stupid enough to go, well, that's fine then. I'm changing. I'm going back to the Xbox One. How fucking stupid are you? Don't do it. Just because they've changed their policy, just because they're changing the functions of it, doesn't mean you should bitch out. Stop fucking bending over and taking it from them. That you should make them suffer. Punish them for their arrogance. Microsoft looked at you, looked at me, looked at everyone in the gaming community and said, they will do what we want because they're our bitches. They work for us, not the other way around. Well, it's wrong. It's wrong. If Sony can humble themselves and listen to us and, Be good enough and say, what do you guys want? And we'll listen. And if they understand that, why should we not reward them with our money, with getting a console which is blatantly better? The specs, I'm tired of listening to fanboys. There is no rationality there. Like I've said in previous videos, I own both a Wii, a 360, a PlayStation 3, and a laptop. And I game on all 4 of those. So I am completely impartial. I think there are certain aspects of each console that do things far better than the other ones. But likewise, there are massive flaws in each one of those where the other ones shine. So I'm completely impartial. I just don't believe in bad marketing, in bad consumer care. I don't believe in those things, and I don't like this sneaky, conniving, two-faced Microsoft that's developed. And I don't like being told by fanboys that my console that I've chosen to put throw my lot in because it's giving me what I want. I don't want to be told that I'm wrong for liking that because it's a rubbish console. It's not. Fucking read, yeah? I know if you're some sort of redneck hillbilly fucking inbred retard, then you clearly can't. And if you can't, I do apologise, but perhaps you shouldn't be fucking playing video games, because, all them fleshy lads is a little bit too, yeah? Don't do it. Don't, just stay away from it. My point is, though, if you're going to get involved in this argument, do what I do. Read. Go online, check the specs. I can't remember them offhand, I have too many numbers, yeah? But the point is, it's there to be seen in black and white, yeah? The PlayStation 4 is more advanced than the Xbox One. Yeah? That's fact. I'm actually not calling it the Xbox One, I'm calling it the Xbox 180 because it is that. It's the Xbox 180 really. It's a superior console for a cheaper price. You're getting value for money there. Yet people are too stupid going, nah, Xbox One all the way. If you want the Xbox One because you like what you're being given, if you like the idea this is probably going to turn out bad for you and you're going to get bitten, do it. Do it. I'm not going to stop you, actually. I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to say to everyone, buy the consoles you want. Buy whatever you want. But the point is, don't be so quick with your money just because a company does a spin. Because they're only doing it because they want your money. Be wary. Think about what traps you may be falling into. Like I said, the reason I'm comfortable with Sony is because they're transparent. They've been honest. They've not lied. They have told the bad points to their console and the good points. Yeah? They've not tried to hide anything. Xbox, well, they've not tried to hide stuff, but they've not been very clear about stuff, and the stuff they have been clear with sounds shit. Yeah? So, I think the problem is we are all getting far too hemmed up about this. We're all getting really, really quite fanatical about it. The fanboys need to go sit down and cool down, and that's on both sides of the fence, yeah? We all need to be able to sit down and calmly talk about consoles. Just rationally talk about it and say, right, why should we be wary of Xbox? Why should we be wary of Sony? Why should why should we stick our money with one or the other? Is there a chance that all of the stuff that Xbox One has taken away may come back once they get large, big enough numbers buying the console? Yeah? Is there a chance that Sony may decide to do this, 3 or 4 years down the line? Do we have to be worried about the complete and utter control of our consoles being taken from us, the gamers, and given to the companies? That's what I'm worried about. I don't like the idea of shelling out £400 and that console not technically belonging to me. I don't like the idea of spending £60 on a game and that game not being mine. I find it offensive. I mean, nowadays it feels more and more and more like our freedoms in all aspects of life are being taken slowly. And to be quite frank with you, I know that's happening. So I use video games as an escape from that. And if then control starts being implicated on that, the fuck am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go to escape? Yeah? I mean, to be quite frank with you, I do a lot of other stuff. I LARP, I do tabletop gaming, I do all sorts of stuff. I mean, I game on the laptop. The internet has sort of become the last frontier for the free gamer to explore. That's the only place where we can't be restricted. And even then, most games now are starting to try and put DRM into everything. If you want to see another, if it's really that way, if it's really that the game companies are just going to try and, control us so much, I will just say fuck it. And I will just sell my gaming stuff, sell my peripherals, sell the games, sell the stuff, and I will just put my money on good old fashioned fun. On models, on figures, on tabletop gaming, on board games, on stuff like that. I will do that. It's far more entertaining because I control that. I have all my money that I spent on that is mine. My creative energy went into that and I got benefit out of it. Yeah, I do Flames of War. Some of you may know Flames of War. I do Flames of War. That for me is you physically have the game there in front of you. You are physically involved with it. There is a strategic and tactical element to it. It's fun. You can do it with one player, 2 players, 3 players, 4, 5, 10, 20 if you want. If you've got enough space, big enough board, enough figures, you can do that. That's fun because the control lies with me. I am enjoying it. If you like going outdoors, if you like going, if you're an outdoorsman, if you like airsoft, I like airsoft. I've recently discovered my re-love of airsoft. You love airsoft. You have control. You have bought an airsoft rifle. You may have worked to become a UCARA license holder, that's a UK law there for anyone who wants to own a realistic imitation firearm. That's under Act 25, the Gun Prevention Act. In America, it's different. It's a little bit more lax. Yeah. If you're into that though, you have complete control over that. You own the gun, you own the airsoft rifle, you own all the bits, the modifications you make are your own. You go to these places, you interact with other people doing it, you have control. No one can take that from you. No one can tell you how much you're gonna, spend or use or do whatever like that. No one is gonna take your gun from you and say you can't do this anymore. You can lend that gun to people. This is the point. Gaming should be fun regardless of where it is, and it's being taken away from us, guys. So be careful, this generation coming up. The new generation seems to be giving us amazing games, fantastic games on both sides of the line. Yeah, Killzone Shadowfall, Knack, Deep Down, The Division, Watch Dogs, Halo 5, Titanfall, everything. Yeah, everything. Loads of good games across the consoles. But be careful, guys, this generation. I think that's really coming. I think that's the one thing that's coming out of all of this. We need to be careful. And we need to be more eager to not spend our money on any old shit. Be careful, speak wisely when it comes to using your money. Don't just splash it down because you want to prove Sony wrong or Microsoft wrong. Yeah? So guys, that was my opinion. Not happy with Microsoft. I think they've bitched out. I think they were wrong in the first place, but now they've shown they've got no backbone, no character. I like Sony more, but I'm wary of what they may choose to do in the future. We're going to have to see. Just see what happens. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. As I always say, please comment, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. As I mentioned just a minute ago, I'm getting into airsoft. I'm going to try and get funds together over the next couple months to start purchasing some airsoft guns and perhaps starting to do a review on that. Like I say, it's a hobby that I'm starting to get a lot of interest in, a lot of, quite eager to gain sort of information and knowledge in that, and sort of share my sort of journey into the hobby with you guys, as well as my attempt to get other people who I know, like my friends, try and get them into that as well. So guys, thank you for watching. As I said, like I said at the beginning, if you're naked, special one of my patented winks there, Wild West Gamer wink. That's just for you guys, and yeah, See you later. See you on the flip side. The flip side is that side. Flip the flip side. Flip side, motherfuckers. Peace. That was so fucking lame. I am the most ungangster person in the world. I could be ghetto. Yeah, right. See you later, guys. Bye.